Make sure that I am in focus. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is the 22nd of August and today marks the first refeed or high day since we started prep 11 weeks ago. So fatigue is starting to creep in a little bit. Legs are starting to get a little bit heavy, and we're starting to see the body flatten off a little bit, which is to be expected. Of course, you have to get flat to get lean, but we noticed that my back has flattened off, and of course that's my best shot, so we need to make sure that that is still nice and full. Of course, today being a back day, we're going to get plenty of food there and try to bring that back to life. Now, as I said, my legs are a little bit heavy, so today we've pulled out cardio and we've halved the amount of clen that goes in as well. We are pushing up carbohydrates to a nice 600, and pulling protein down just to 200 there, okay? But we're looking forward to it. It's, you know, there's no burger and chips or anything like this. This is just simply utilizing the carbohydrates I've already got in my diet. So it just means a higher volume of food and hopefully wash off some fatigue and be able to go into tomorrow fuller, more revitalized, more energy, and hopefully a little less heavy legs. But today we're going to literally just do a full day of eating, what it looks like on high days. For now, we're going to strike hunger up. It is currently 8:14, had a little bit of a lie-in, so get a lap around the block to get hunger signal in. As it's going to be a big day of eating, we're going to try and maintain some steps throughout the day, post every meal, but I've got the kids by myself while Lucy's at work today, so it should be an interesting one just to film this at the least, okay? But otherwise, I'll see you on my walk. Well, it is an absolutely glorious morning. It's actually so bright, and it's a shame that I look horrendous. Another awful sleep last night, but we're still out here getting the steps done. It's just fortunate that I didn't have to climb the Stairmaster today. I did forget to weigh myself this morning. However, I also forgot to bring my bottle of water out with me, so there's not going to be a shift in weight. So we'll get that documented as soon as I get back in the house. I'm only going for a short walk right now. Woke up very dry this morning. The vascularity through my midsection is really starting to come on board. You know, when you do that stretch out thing, I won't do it today, but all the veins are starting to come in, which is a good sign. Obviously, the fat between the skin and the muscle is really dissolving nice and quick, so very, very happy signs. But it's just nice today. The fucking sun is glaring, and we're just going on this nice little trail walk. So we're literally just going around the block. I think Vinny was a little bit upset that I didn't take him, but we've got a big day with the kids today, so it actually yet again falls on a perfect timing to get as much food as I can in today. But yeah, I'll just leave you guys for the walk now. $15 lap around the old reservoir. There's a longer route that I usually go. It takes about 45 minutes, but I'm going to take Lucy to work because she wrote off my car. So right now we just share one. Very, very parched, very dry. Yesterday I believe we weighed in at 96.3 or something like that, which seen the scale weight go up. The scale weight has been fluctuating for a little bit of shit sleep, I would say, holding on to some water. So yesterday we put down 96.4. $95.7. It's a good weight. Typically don't want to get on stage any lighter than 92, but we do what we need to do. What did I just say? 95.7. Take that all day. Now it's time for meal number one, so we'll get that ready on the table so you can see what that looks like. I need to get used to this vlogging thing because I just did a whole thing without this bloody mic on. Okay. Anyway, we've just put it's time for meal one. It is 10:14, so it's very late, which means that we're going to be very full throughout the day, which is nice, okay, with the extra added carbohydrates. So I'm not complaining. Meal 1 is going down, so it's 2 bacon medallions with fry light, always fry light, because obviously we want to minimize the calories that are going in at the moment. With 2 eggs. Can't juggle. With 2 eggs and then 100 grams of spinach, vegetable variety. So we've got spinach here and then canned tomato here. Canned tomato is only about 20 calories, so it's instead of like having sauce essentially. However, I do use Cholula hot sauce, which I said is goated for calories. So for 5 grams is 1 calorie, which is ridiculous. So very, very good if you're not using that. It's the only sauce I use on every meal, so it's minimized calories for a lot of flavor. And then we've got 80 grams of jumbo oats. That's by itself, so that's going to be quite boring. So I found these vanilla drops. I won't mention the brand because sponsored athlete and all that. And then of course I've got some 0-calorie maple syrup, which I'm also going to bang on top of that as well. So, right. One thing that I need to stop saying in YouTube videos is right. Where's my fork? Right. Oh my God, I said it again. Okay, so meal 1. I was just speaking to Ben about how I'm going to make my oats fun, but of course I just put in the flavor drops. Unreal. I've never done that before. So I've got the egg omelette with the spinach and the bacon with a bit of tomato there, and just a coffee here. 6 grams of pink Himalayan salt. I weigh it out in the morning so you know exactly what you're having throughout the day. And then I'm on 7 liters of water as well, just obviously to help push the nutrients around the body and to stay hydrated. But this is what meal 1 looks like. I'm going to leave the macros on the screen for every meal, and then we'll do a total tally at the end. But I'm going to jump into this because it looks phenomenal. I don't really weigh this because it's very, very low in calories, and that's probably about, I don't know how many grams, but fuck all calories. This looks good. I'm very excited. So let me enjoy meal 1. Meal 2, 12:30. A couple of hours since I've last had my meal, and I just had a delivery. It was actually like a weird coincidence. I had my Miami shirt on, and then these Miami shorts just came in the mail. So there you go. So meal 2, 125 grams of chicken, which is obviously not a lot of protein for myself. Usually that's 225, but we had a 20% reduction across the board in protein. What we're trying to do here is just replenish my glycogen stores because we're feeling a bit depleted, and we need to wash off some fatigue. So we've got 125 gram of chicken, 100 grams of veg, and it would be 100 grams of raw weight jasmine rice, but I use cooked rice already, so that's, you know, essentially 2.5 when it's cooked. So I'm going to have the trusty Cholula hot sauce again with 1 can of Diet Coke. But Chris, the aspartame, you can't have it, it's bad for you. Shut the fuck up. It ain't. In moderation. And I only have 1 can a day anyway. And just leave me alone. Let me have my fucking vice. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do recreationals. So just let me have my Diet Coke. I probably should have brought my dead cat for this one. But we have a change of scenery, guys. We've taken the kids to the park for a picnic, and hopefully this stays down. Whoa, we've got to put a picnic on here so that stays there, haven't we? Oh, there we go. We're gonna have some lunch. Will you sit down, Darcy? Good girl. Put the 2-litre bottle there. Shall we have something to eat? Some lunch? Shall we go for your calories? All right, what we got in here? These are weirdos.
They are weirdos.
I know you are. All right, wait. So that's Daddy's lunch. Daddy's lunch. Here we go. Darcy, your sandwich. Can leave them? Have your sandwich first.
Sandwich.
Say sandwich. Ham sandwich for you. Macros unknown. Yum yum. Strawberries,
Papa,
grapes.
hi.
Yeah. And Daddy's Tupperwares.
Okay, chocolate.
Oh my God, that is so cute. I don't. Meal 3. We've got meal 3. So meal 2 and 3 were exactly the same. 125 chicken, 250 rice cooked, and 100 gram of veg. But I know what I digest well, and I digest bread very well, so I'm able to manipulate my calories in order to have bread. So we've gone for 125 grams of chicken with some salad, a bit of sriracha, a bit of lighter than light mayo on a sandwich, and then another sandwich with 15 grams of jam. So it's just being smart with your nutrition and being able to manipulate it in ways that firstly are going to keep you within your calorie target, but also to enjoy a little bit more of what you want. But just be careful of what you can and cannot digest well. As I said, bread goes down really well for me. So I'm going to save my jam sandwich as a little treat, and I'm going to jump into my chicken sandwich, and we are going to have our lunch. Okay. Deal. Thank you. Moving on to meal 4. Now we're going to have to split this one up because I'm training in an hour and 15 minutes. My wife's going to be here in 15 minutes. She's taking the kids to the mum's. She's going to drop me at the gym, and then I'm going to have to go on the treadmill to move some of this food around before I start training. So I'm splitting this up. So this would be 150 grams of oats, but I'm just doing 75 now because I also have to eat 4 squares bars. So in order for that to not be heavy in my stomach, I need to get this down now. And then I'll probably, I don't know, watch some YouTube or something at the gym before I can even start training. But as I said, I'll go on the treadmill, watch a bit of YouTube, get some water in, let that digest so I can actually utilize that energy whilst training. We've got a big back session tonight, which I'm not going to film, which I've said. And then I may do some posing or something, depending on how full my back is from the session. But yes, I'm going to have to wolf this down and then eat the other 75 grams later, where we're going to have our cereal, have some more oats, and then we'll have pre-bed as well. So I'm going to get this mammoth down there. It is good. It's a tough game when you've got the kids by yourself and out on a high day, because usually I would go and do some steps to help digest the food, and I haven't got any GDAs or any digestive enzymes to help process the carbs. So it's sitting a little bit, but we're not complaining because today's a good day. As you've seen, we just went up to the park, took the kids out for an hour and a half, just kicking the ball, throwing the plane. It's the first, well, I mean, it's not the first day. It's been a very easy prep so far, but yesterday wasn't great. But it was just nice to be out with them, have full use of my legs and all that kind of stuff. But fuck, this is good. It literally just looks like a bowl of prison food, but it tastes banging. All right, we are going to the gym. Typically, I would put some cyclic dextrin in here, like 50 grams. But at this point at week 5, or 5 weeks out rather, I prefer to eat that. So I just add it into my Frosties. So 50 grams of cyclic dextrin is equivalent to 50 grams of Frosties. So that's what we'll be doing. And then 15 grams of Beyond EAA's pineapple flavor, next level. And then anywhere between 5 to 7 grams of creatine in my intra-workout. Obviously all EHP. Shameless plug. Use my code PEAK10 for discount across store-wide. gym, and that was a tasty session. I felt a little bit weak on my first feeder set, but once we got going, it felt very, very good, and the back pump was very, very, very good. Even my chest and shoulder pump, I were very, very full, like my skin were bursting, which is always a good sign when you're utilizing that much food and obviously training with the correct intensity. Now, I've been getting a lot of stick on social media for this, but we are going into my cereal now. So as I said, I'm going to have 200 grams of this because we're going to change the 50 grams of cyclodextrin to 50 grams of Frosties. So just wait and see. I've never had 200 grams of cereal before. As you can see, it's rather large. Oh, that's 202, that's not allowed. There we go, 200 on the dot. And we're actually going to double this up with my last portion of oats, which is of course 75 grams of oats. I'm going to put the vanilla syrup in there again, but this one is going to be served with my protein paste and 25 grams of 70% dark chocolate, which is good. But I'm obviously not going to cook that yet because that will go cold while I eat this mountain of food. But it is on the hob, it is in there. The paste is made and the chocolate is there. So once that's all come to fruition, I will show you what that looks like. But now it's time to get this monster. And then this is where obviously I've been getting a lot of stick. It's just like, well, if your coach takes out your almond milk, what do? You use water, and it's absolutely fine. People think that this is backwards or I'm insane or what's some of the words that I've been using, criminal or this kind of shit. But it's okay, you don't have to eat it. I mean, try it before you tell me it's shit, for sure. Just a bit of water over the top. And essentially, it's like sugar water. So, for example, all the sugar that comes off the Frosties is just going to make it sugar water at the end. Now, it doesn't work with Cocoa Pops. That tastes like wet chocolate piss. It doesn't work. You have to do it with Frosties or probably Crunchy Nut Cornflakes if you have that in your diet. And it is good. And I'm not just trying to convince myself. I genuinely do like it. So we are going to wolf this down. And then obviously I've got my fast acting carbohydrates going in. To replenish my glycogen, and then of course I need to get my protein slammed in there as well, which is obviously going to come through the HP way. But other than that, I'm going to get this down because I do want to chill out with my final meal, which is going to be yogurt later. See, what's wrong with that? That tastes good, it's refreshing, there's 0 calories in it, and you get a nice drink of water at the end to stay hydrated. 25 grams of 70% dark chocolate, over 75 grams of oats, and I did put some vanilla syrup in there. And then we've got 30 grams of whey, which literally just goes over the top like that. I know, food porn, right? Oh, so good. And I'm going to sit there and enjoy this one. So just mix the chocolate through with the protein on top of the oats, easy as you like. And I'm going to, as I said, just sit here, probably not even go on my phone and just enjoy it. Okay, so here we have 150 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt. Excuse me, tear. Maybe nab a bit of that protein that's in there, but this is not going to look like a lot because it's a big bowl and a small amount of Greek yogurt. $150 plus whatever's on the spoon there. This is 0 calorie maple syrup, so just that is it. Final meal of the day, 150 grams of 0 fat Greek yogurt. Steer that around, maybe pick up a little bit of protein from before, but that is it. So I'm going to enjoy that one by myself. Well, it's probably going to take me about 30 seconds to get down anyways, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I most certainly enjoyed doing it because I just get to eat a shitload of food. I felt good, had a good day. My legs are still pretty heavy, but tomorrow we dig again, as they say, back in the trenches. So first thing we'll be doing is getting up for cardio tomorrow morning, try and get 7 to 8 hours sleep tonight. And then we go again, back down to baseline numbers, which still isn't bad. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you can, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. Don't be tight. It takes man hours to film these things. But if there's anything that you want to see, put it in the comments below. And until then, I'll see you on the next one.